bankruptcy, is that writing on the wall? Now, you may think, oh no, they did so well during the pandemic. They have so much immunity. This is not an inevitability. Well, let's take a look further at what's been happening with Pfizer because, yes, it sounds dramatic, but look at the company's financials. Pfizer just announced that they will have to conduct layoffs next year in 2024 and cut more than $3 billion in costs. Now, Pfizer is estimating this year their annual profit will be somewhere between $58 and $61 billion. Now, previous forecasts were between 67 and 70 billion, so that is by many order of magnitudes smaller than they intended.
So Pfizer will be facing layoffs. Wow. I mean, hey, obviously nobody's taking the needle. Nobody's getting that poison put in them. And honestly, I can honestly say I don't even feel sorry for people that do get fired from Pfizer because, I mean, let's be honest. You knew you were signing up with the devil when you started working for Pfizer. I mean, that's pretty much how I look at it.
Ended. Now, you may say, well, I don't feel sorry for anybody with $60 billion, but consider that last year Pfizer made over $100 billion, mostly due to the COVID vaccine and the government's purchase of Paxlovid as a treatment for COVID. Now, let's take a look at Pfizer's stock for the last 5 years. So let's say that the pandemic and the vaccine rollout happened at this first major dip. Do you see that in 2020? Big dip in Pfizer's stock. And then, oh, look, there's a vaccine and it goes up and up and up, right? But look at where we are now. We're almost to pre-pandemic levels with Pfizer's stock price. But Pfizer is the media darling that saved us from the pandemic, if you were to believe the media, right? Pfizer ended the pandemic. How could they be in trouble? Well, here is Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla just this week responding to this revenue drop in a revenue call. He said, we are in the middle of the...
Pfizer actually, and I know I'm going to probably be demonetized, but at this point, man, I don't even care. Actually murdered a lot of people. If you really want to speak the truth. But anyway, let's continue.
COVID fatigue. The COVID fatigue. Nobody wants to speak about COVID. Correct. He says,
how can they come up with a new name for it? This is
right.
what they're going to come up with a new name, a new branding, right?
Yes, he says we have the big anti-vaccination rhetoric. Okay. I mean, if a company has really good customer retention, right, you don't have that kind of backlash. If you delivered a product that people trusted you and believed in.
So there you have it, family. Pfizer is losing a lot of money because a lot of people finally have waken up and realized that, I mean, I hate it had to come to this, but they finally realized the harm that a lot of these pharmaceutical companies do. And I mean, let's keep it a buck, man. I've known people who passed away by getting that poison put in them. I mean, he wasn't a close homeboy of mine, but he was somebody I knew very well, and he ran out and got that juice, that poison or whatever you want to call it, and the brother's no longer here. So it is what it is, man. People have woken up. They're no longer getting the needle. So now these pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer in particular, is starting to lose a lot of money to the point to where they are starting to become bankrupt, which to me is a good thing. Very good thing. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for anybody that work for these pharmaceutical companies that lose their job. I mean, because let's keep it real. You knew out the gate what you were signing up for. You know what I'm saying? You knew you were signing up to work for the devil, but a paycheck was more important to you than integrity. So this is what it comes down to. Pfizer slashes full year earnings and revenue guidance as COVID treatment vaccine sales slump. And here's an article right here. And you can see this devil right here, this wicked man right here, making tons of money off of the benefit of people's health, destroying people's health. Let me rephrase that and put that in there. The company also launches a cost-cutting plan, which it expects to produce $1 billion in savings this year and at least $2.5 billion in 2024. The rollout of Pfizer's latest COVID booster has been rocky. Of course, it's been rocky. Ain't nobody taking that crap. You have no credibility. Your credibility is zero. Zero. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Big Pharma has no more credibility. The little credibility they had is completely and totally gone. Totally gone. Nobody trusts them. Nobody believes them. People look at them side-eyed now. You mention Big Pharma, nothing positive comes up in people's minds. So they have no integrity. So when you have no integrity, of course your sales are gonna tank. They're gonna go rock bottom. And this is an example of it right here. Big example of it. Pfizer on Friday slashed its full year earnings and revenue guidance and launched a $3.5 billion cost cutting plan due to warning demand for its COVID products. The company now expects 2023 sales of $58 billion to $61 billion, down from its previous guidance of $67 billion to $70 billion. Pfizer said it cut its revenue outlook solely due to its COVID products. Yes, ain't it how it's so ironic that this whole COVID thing took a nosedive and nobody is fully trusting in the system anymore. So all of a sudden we have this issue with Israel. You know, it's a distraction, but then it's not a distraction. You know, so it's like, okay, this doesn't work, so let's go on to the next thing. Because clearly, you know, they tried to roll these mandates back out and the people wasn't having it. You know, people wasn't going to go along with the mandates. They made that clear. So they wasn't able to pull the mandate BS off. So now, you know, we in another war or another situation out in the Middle East. You know, the whole Israel thing. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. When everything else fails, then it's time to go to war. People just cease to amaze me, man. Really, really does. But when you see through the BS, you're awake. You know what time it is. But yeah, man, y'all check this article out, man. Pfizer can't get people to take their shots, so now they are looking at bankruptcy. They're looking at possibly becoming bankrupt because people are no longer falling for the BS, which is a good thing. So y'all can look this up, man. Let me know what y'all think. I hope they all tank, not just Pfizer, J&J, Moderna, all of them. They all need to go belly up and take a nosedive because all they do is murder people. They don't heal people, they murder people. Make tons of money off of pain and death. So let me know what y'all think. Peace and love, family. I'm out.